Welcome to another Founder Wisdom podcast. We have Michał Suski with us today. He's a co-founder at Surfer. You can find him out at surferseo.com. He's been the founder of that company, now head of innovation and chief of product officer in the last couple of years. Surfer SEO is pretty cool. If you check them out, they integrate AI into SEO, and yeah, they can even boost your visibility on ChatGPT, which I guess is the one of the most trendy channels to get leads nowadays. So, Michał, glad to have you on. Tell us a bit more about yourself and what you're up to nowadays.
Thank you for having me. So yeah, I've been doing SEO for like 8 years, and turned out to be a founder of a startup because we tried to scale the agency I was working for, and the agency was located in a very small village. We couldn't find anybody to hire, so we were like, oh, we need to scale up the processes instead. And how to scale the processes? We needed automation, and there was no tool on the market to automate what we were doing. So we built a tool, and it turned out it works. So maybe we can quit client job. So we decided that, yeah, let's try it out and build a product out of the processes we had. And fast forward like 7 years now, we still build the product. And back in the days, it was like 100% Google focused, SEO focused. But as you mentioned, we now move towards general visibility. Not only Google, but also large language models like Perplexity, AI overviews, AI mode, and all that stuff. And yes, it's definitely a hot topic right now. And I will tell you why. We also have leads coming from ChatGPT, coming from large language models, and at Surfer, we use self-attribution for the people who come. And we ask them like, hey, where do you come from? And they can select a bunch of different sources. And one of these sources is LLMs, ChatGPT, and stuff like that. And we got so many people coming through these channels. Even though we have like 30 times more people visiting from Google, the conversion from ChatGPT is like 24 times higher. So the quality of the people that are coming through the ChatGPT, through Perplexity or other LLMs, when it comes to purchasing Surfer, is so much better. So that's why we should pay our attention to actually acquiring these visibility in different channels.
Right, it's very interesting. You're also in a competitive niche, right? There's a bunch of SEO tools that are doing that, and startups from all over the world. How do you distinguish yourself from all these other SEO software?
Yeah, I would say from the very beginning, we try to focus 100% on this one venture. Like we never tried to sidetrack ourselves, for example, with services or with consulting or with, I don't know, going somewhere, teaching people, whatever. 100% of our time is dedicated to building the software. And I would say that this DNA, this way of working, makes Surfer stand out of the crowd.
Yeah, I like the UX of the website as well. You also have like an academy and a bunch of other resources for people to learn. How effective is SEO nowadays compared also to popping first in ChatGPT? Like me, I've never really been interested into it because it takes a while, and yeah, to kick in, and then it's unstable. It kind of change. I'd rather have like full control on cold email campaigns that I can send today and can yield results like in 4 hours from now, quite literally. So what's your take on SEO as a channel, and yeah, now like ChatGPT as a channel to get you leads?
It's a long game, obviously. You don't do it overnight, so it has to be part of the bigger plan. Unless you are in a blue ocean, then SEO would be great because you just write about the problems you solve. There is nobody else solving these problems, so you will naturally pop up in the search results without having a monstrous authority. But for us, we started getting traction from SEO after maybe some around 5 years. Because well, we compete with SEMrush, Ahrefs, we compete with HubSpot, we compete with all these monstrous authority websites. So it was really hard for us to start getting traction from SEO. But well, now it's one of the biggest channels we have. Except that, like, YouTube is a runner up. SEO is I think it's one of the biggest. But does it make sense to do SEO? Well, even though we have large language models right now, and they read our content a little bit differently than Google, a little bit differently than human beings, but overall, SEO is still the cornerstone of actually getting found somewhere so the LLM can read about you. Because, well, if your page is not indexed, if you are not, like, ChatGPT is using Bing's index, so you have to have that content. It has to be optimized. It has to include all of these entities, meaning words and phrases that are common across the top ranking pages. Solve these problems, provide the information, the facts that are mentioned currently in the top ranking pages. So for some time at least, we will still have a huge value in SEO, because AI has to learn and how they can find your pages. They will find your pages through Google's index, through Common Crawl index, through Bing index, and so on. So it will be still a vital part of the process. So the change actually applies to how people consume the information. Because with AI, they will consume maybe summaries, maybe they will consume steps to do something based on your information, but it will be still your information that is read by AI agents instead of people.
Right. And your ChatGPT, the number of traffic that you've got from ChatGPT in the last couple of months has skyrocketed. How did you do that? Is it a very similar formula to getting traffic from Google?
We've been doing SEO. We've been doing SEO for ourselves. That's one thing. And Surfer specializes in helping you create content that is good from the perspective of the search engines, of semantics, entities, and so on, because there are like different ways of doing SEO. You can do SEO purely based on the authority, where you can purchase hundreds of links, and it will push your content no matter whether it's helpful or not. That's one way to do SEO. And the other way to do SEO is to actually improve the content in order to make it the most information packed and entities packed piece of content about the given topic. And we help with the second part. So if we were producing our own content in a way so that is easy to understand by the robots, easy to categorize, easy to put as the best answer, then it naturally helped in ranking in LLMs as well as a training data set.
Interesting. You're also a skier, right? And sometimes you have to walk these big mountains to get on top, and just to feel the adrenaline of going down. Any parallels between that and building tough SEO?
Oh, so actually, yeah, I think so. Because for me, I do the backcountry skiing, which is first you have to climb up on your own, and when you tackle the tough niche, let's say casino or some payday loans, like the craziest stuff, you can compare it to climbing K2, or like Mount Everest or stuff like that, the toughest parts. But I've never been to K2 and Himalayas, but I can imagine that feeling, being on the top and then downhill, will be basically achieving the top position and then cutting off the coupons from that position and basically making money. So that's something I can definitely relate to.
Right. And your day to day as a CEO, what does it look like? What habits you nurture? At what time do you get up? And yeah, what habits you nurture to be more productive?
Yeah, so actually, the CEO is my brother. You can interview him too. We look similar, but we started this company together. So you have to ask him how his day looks like. But for me, it's all about grinding the latest techniques that can be the most useful for the people. That is basically doing networking with folks who test every day and picking their brains, picking the client's brains, uh, connecting it all with the product teams, with the product managers and developers, so we can um, turn it into productized version of the idea that comes. So that's how my day-to-day job work looks.
Right. And what habits do you nurture? Like, do you do physical activity? Do you meditate? How do you make sure to just stay at top of your game?
Good question. I use this mat with needles, uh, so it really helps me to kind of forget about everything. Let's say, so that's a bit of the meditation. But obviously, the best meditation is in the mountains. I only get it from like November to June, so the other half of the year I struggle a bit, but then I do mountain biking, and that kind of is sort of substitute to that. But without sports, I wouldn't be definitely capable of focusing on the work by the desk. In general, it's really hard to stay productive for days without this adrenaline, without the extra oxygen and some sunlight. Really, working in the underground, like we used to see these nerds sitting in the underground. You can work like that for I don't know, a month, 2 or 3, and then you will be a wreck. You don't want it. You don't want it.
Right. And how, yeah, according to your friend, vodka is also a pretty good ally as well, like good meditation. How do you leverage events? Yeah, and networking. Like I haven't done that in pretty much forever. I see that you're going to conferences, also as a speaker, right? Is that like a net positive for you? Do you gain a lot of clients from doing that?
Okay. Fully transparent with you right now. So now I go to the conferences to meet with the people like Steven. I haven't seen Steven face to face yet. We will meet for the first time in Manchester, apparently. But yeah, right now I go to conferences to basically keep the level of understanding and maybe I don't know, give back to the community a little, because we do some data analysis at Surfer, so I share the information with them. But back then when we were starting up in 2019, that was like 2 years into the business, we went to a conference called Chiang Mai SEO, and this is where it all started seriously, because there was a huge community of affiliate marketers, affiliate SEOs, and at that time it was like a peak performance of affiliate marketing. So you can imagine they were like really wealthy and really into scaling up their businesses, so they will spend on tools like, you know, like crazy. And we showed up in there, and well, it really took off during that event. So there was like, I think, 1,000 people on the event, and we closed like 800 people. So like almost everybody was a client during that visit in Thailand. So that was extremely valuable, especially at the beginning. Right now, I go there to just hang out with friends. Maybe we'll close some deals, but in general, everybody knows us already in there. So a good tip on the conferences would be, first, you are selling an SEO tool, don't go to the conference about SEO where SEOs are. You'd rather go to the e-commerce conference. So slightly different niche. That's one thing. And the other thing would be to go to the different places. Like, don't go in the same place every other year and expect it to yield just like the first time. It won't work that way. So it's a good idea to allocate your time in different spots. Like this year, I'm on the conferences that I've never spoke before. There's like 4 or 5 places, I think, maybe 6. We'll see. But I've never been there before, so I try this approach this year.
Very interesting. And yeah, tell me about like the MRR growth of the company since you founded it about like 10 years ago. Has it met your
Mhm.
expectation? Is it linear? Is it up and down? And also,
Yeah.
are you willing to take any funding?
No, no, we are bootstrapped company to this day, and I'm really proud of it. That's definitely something I want to emphasize. And when it comes to the values we make, it's something right now. It's something around I think slightly less than 20 bill a year in recurring revenue. Um, and I would say that last year wasn't that the easiest year with these all of these things that happened with the AI revolution, with the ocean being more and more red compared to the previous year. So I can say that it's more like a stable right now, but we are used to exponential growth really. And since the Chiang Mai, when it took off, it was like doubling, tripling every year. And the last year was like flattish for us, but maybe it's like a ceiling in the niche. Maybe we need to go outside. Maybe it's a competition who bites. But well, it's really hard to say. But I can definitely see that the companies started to shrink their budgets because of the uncertainty, because of the crisis on the stock market, and all of like there's just less money on the market than it used to be. Uh, Plus, I told you about the affiliate marketers, right? In 2019, they were all into doing SEO, and as you can imagine, a big portion of our customers' profile was affiliate SEO. And since 2023, Google started to wipe them out from the SERPs because they didn't like the business model of affiliate businesses. So many of those lost their income streams, which led them to change their focus, switch to different type of media, let's say YouTube or social or paid ads, whatever. So well, that's the quick examination of the flatter trend this time.
Right. And YouTube, tell me about your strategy there. Like I've been struggling with YouTube SEO for quite some time. How did you crack it on your side?
So I would say that we had the best performance when we've been publishing new video every week for I think 50 weeks. So that built a lot of organic reach, and we've been recording these videos in the studio. Our CMO Tom was recording these videos. They were like uh, videos that were basically solving our customers' problems, like how to get my rankings back when I dropped, or how to optimize the page that is something something. So basically, they are real problems, and he was explaining that there was a new Google update algorithm, so he explained that and so on. So we've been publishing these videos every week, and I think it did real good. Plus, within the community, and we do it from the very very beginning. We do live webinars where we show how to use the product, how it can help you in general, for mostly for the new customers, but a lot of existing customers come as well, because these webinars are always different. They are full of anecdotes, full of new features that we show. So there's quite a big engagement in there. And I would say that the mix of having pre-recorded videos with some live events is something to focus on when it comes to building a YouTube channel.
Right. And your own personal content, like what's your strategy behind that on your LinkedIn page? Do you use any AI to come up with that content?
That's really bad example of personal branding myself, because like I feel like I'm losing a lot of potential in there for sure, because I do speak at the conferences. I have these live webinars. Also do some interviews, podcasts, and so on. But I do not capitalize on it really, especially on LinkedIn. So that will be, I just don't have time for that. I mean, it's kind of, and also not my thing. I don't know how to crack the LinkedIn code. So that's something I would definitely want to level up. And when it comes to my personal stuff, the best reach I've got is on my skiing videos so far. So we'll see where it will take me. Maybe to the skiing industry.
And what would be your top objective, your main focus this year in your new innovation role?
To provide tooling for people to optimize for large language models for AI content, because I already know that there are different algorithms. LLM wants something different than Google and than people. So the number one goal for me would be to actually crack that and provide a tooling for people, and on top of that, monitoring a large language model's performance, because it is not easy. You can either reactively monitor referral traffic, that's something, but monitoring how you perform, let's say on a specific set of prompts, like best SEO tool, what is the best SEO tool, and you want to monitor how LLM display your content, and whether you are the source or someone else is the source. Maybe you can purchase a citation on that someone else's content. So there's a lot of work to be done, and actually it's quite interesting times when it comes to doing SEO, but for LLMs, because the rules are slightly different, and it kind of reminds me the older days of SEO. So that will be the focus for sure.
Love it. Michael, where can we find out more about you and your company?
So the best place to go is actually our website, surferseo.com. And if you want to not read my post on LinkedIn, because I do not post too much, that will be basically my name and LinkedIn. So we can catch up on LinkedIn, and we can talk on DM. I go there and I read the DMs. If you're not selling me links, I will answer. So definitely come over.
So that was Michael and Charles for another